You're only as young as your spine is flexible. Have you heard that famous quote? Well, I believe it. And in today's video, I'll guide you through 5 minutes of simple yoga that will move your spine in all its different directions. This would be great as a warm-up or as a practice on its own. Let's get started. Today's practice will be primarily on our hands and knees, so you might want a blanket for support. And then we'll begin in child's pose, knees apart. Give yourself some space there, and then walk your hands out way in front of you, extending through your fingertips. Melt your forehead down towards the mat. It's okay if your hips don't touch your heels, especially because we're not warmed up yet, but feel the space down the sides of your body as you inch your fingertips up towards the top of the mat. And then just take a couple of deep, intentional breaths here, breathing into the sides of your ribs, breathing into the back of your body. And then draw yourself up to hands and knees. So stacking your joints, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Begin to move through our cat-cow. Drop the belly down, open the chest, and gaze up as you inhale. And then exhale as we round, do the opposite, press away from the mat. And this is our extension of the spine. That's our back bend action in yoga. And flexion, the rounding. So let this movement be easy and smooth with the breath. Again, exhale when we round. Inhale when we open, broaden the collarbone. One more inhale. Exhale back into child's pose just briefly. And then from here, come to stand up on your knees. Sweep your arms out and up, feeling length in your spine, maybe even interlacing the fingers at the top. Take a big breath in. And then breath out as we side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back up through center and find length. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale through center, back into that side bend. Maybe we release an arm this time to the side, just showing you what I'm doing here. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale through center, interlace your fingers, send your hips forward, and lift the chest into extension here, into a heart-opening back bend. Breathing into the ribs and the chest. Our glutes are engaged to support our low back. And then on your next exhale, release your hands back down to the mat. And let's come all the way down to our forearms this time. Okay, so elbows are about under the shoulders or so. Taking a version of thread the needle, leave your left forearm where it is. Right arm stretches up to the sky. And if your shoulder doesn't like that, you can always leave the hand on the hip. That's fine. Breathe in this twist. And then breathe out. Reach that right arm under the left and really stretch it through. Extend through the fingers. Inhale, twist back to the right. Exhale, reach under. So this is our spinal rotation, side to side. Inhale and exhale. And then one more time to breathe in, and then down to your forearms as you breathe out. Other side, left arm can stretch up or come to your hip. Exhale, reach under the arm. Inhale up, and exhale, thread the needle through. Inhale, and exhale. One more inhale as you reach up, and then exhale down to your forearms. Come back up on your palms. Walk the hands a little further apart and a little in front of your shoulders for downward facing dog. Squeeze an imaginary beach ball between your upper arms and send your hips up and back into an upside down V. Today, especially, we're prioritizing length in the spine because this is actually one of the ways our spine moves. It's called axial extension, which is basically creating a lot of length and space in your spine because you're pressing your hands down into the floor and then sending your hips up and back, breathing in and out of the nose. Maybe we pedal out our feet here, bending one knee at a time. And then take one more inhale here with me. Sigh the breath out of our mouth. Release your knees down to the floor. Bring your feet around in front of you to a comfortable seat. Soften your shoulders. Check in with how you're feeling, how your spine is feeling, how your body is feeling. We have moved our spine in all its different directions. Flexion and extension, that's our cat-cow. Lateral side bending, rotation side to side, and our axial extension, that root to rise action. So just see how that feels in your body. Do you think you could do just a little of that movement every day to stay young and flexible? Bring your hands together, touching in front of your heart. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.